So you can now fully animate any character, and your face, body, and voice are all generated from a single video of you talking. So Runway just opened access to Act 2, which bridges the gap between live action and animation, which means you can now bring any character to life with realistic motion, speech, and expression. Now this is a huge upgrade from Runway's Act 1, because previously it wouldn't react to your face or body movement, but now you get full character animation with full body and face movement, as well as near perfect lip sync. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can start animating your characters inside of Runway, but I'm also going to show you my workflow in creating these characters using a bunch of different tools so you can get the best results. And I'm going to show you a few extra tips, which is really going to enhance your videos so you can spend less on credits and get way better results. Now quickly, before jumping into all of it, if you're new to AI and want to actually learn how to use all the best tools to create content for your brand, or you just want to stay ahead of the curve, then definitely check out my AI community down below. But with all that said and done, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so quickly, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the main reason you're here, and that's to start animating your characters super easily. So you want to head over to runwayml.com, and then you want to go ahead and click on get started and go ahead and sign in. We'll go ahead and leave a link in the description down below if you haven't already got an account or you just want quick access, but you'll be greeted on this homepage right here. Now from here, all you want to do is go ahead and click on generate video. If you don't see it here, then you will see it in all tools as well, but we're just going to go ahead and click generate video. Now at the very bottom left side, you'll see perform with Act 2. If you don't see this, then go ahead and click on Gen 4 Turbo or whatever one it is, and then you just want to make sure that you are actually on the Turbo one, and then you can go ahead and click on this button right here, and then you'll see this screen. Now it's very simple to do. All you need to do is add a driving performance video. Now what this means is basically a video of you moving as well as talking, because then it's going to take all of those elements and then it's going to animate your character. So if we go ahead and grab a video right here and then drop that in, you're going to see that it's going to start uploading. Now from here, we want to go ahead and add our character. If you haven't already got any characters, don't worry, because you can actually go ahead and click on examples right here, and then you've got about 10 different examples that you can use. Some of them are going to be a 9:16 aspect ratio like this one, and then some of them are going to be a 16:9 aspect ratio. Now the really cool thing that they've updated here is you can now change your aspect ratio. So if you click here, you can then change it to 1:1 if you want, and then you can just reposition it how you want. You can even zoom in just like that, click on crop, and then it's going to finish loading, and then you'll be able to go ahead and click on generate. Now I only just noticed this the other day, but on the top right you can see that I've got unlimited. Now I don't know if this is because I'm a CCP partner, but we can go ahead and click that, and then we can change it to credits. Now credits will actually generate your videos in about, I want to say 20 seconds, whereas the explore one takes about 2 minutes, and I spent a good 4 hours on the explore mode without realizing it. And then as soon as I switched over to credits, I was like, damn, that is just so much faster. So if you do have the unlimited version, then that's great because it's free. It just takes a little bit longer. But if you want to start using your credits, then it's going to be a lot faster. From here, we're going to go ahead and click on generate. Then you're going to see it's going to load that in here, right here, and then it's going to take about 20 seconds to generate. Now, while that's loading, another few things to note is you can also change your settings here. So if you feel like the facial expressions aren't as expressive as you want them to be, you can actually go ahead and tweak that up all the way to 5 if you want. And then you also have gesture control here. So if you do want like your hand movements, then keep that enabled. But if you don't want any hand movements, then you can remove that. We did notice in all of our generations that the hands seem to enlarge. So I feel like Runway does a really good job at animating the characters, but it seems like because of the hands, we're adding gesture to it. They're sort of like doing something in the back end to like create those hands. So that's just another thing to take into consideration if you feel like the hand movements aren't very realistic. If you are using the credit system, you can also generate unlimited videos at a time. But if you are in the Explore version, you can only generate 2 videos at a time. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so we can see that the video has now finished generating, so let's go ahead and play that in the background. And as you can see, it's really good. The one main thing I have noticed is that the eyes for some reason aren't always looking directly into the camera, which is a bit annoying, but still you can see that the animation quality is actually really impressive. Now going back to animating your characters, you can go ahead and upload pretty much any image you want. So here we can see that I've got a bunch of images that we can just go ahead and drag in. So let's go ahead and do this avatar one, and you can have a look at the picture on screen right now. looks really cool. And then I'm going to put a side by side of what the video actually looks like. And as you can see, it looks really great. Now, of course, these characters were generated separately outside of Runway. You can, of course, generate your own characters using Gen 4, but I prefer using a tool called Midjourney, which basically allows you to create whatever you want. And you just need to have a little bit of experience in prompting, but you also don't need to have that much experience. So I'm going to quickly show you a little bit of my workflow when it comes to this. Here you can see that I've used quite a detailed prompt, and I use ChatGPT to help me come up with these prompts. But then you can see that the finished output, the one that I was happy with, looked like this, which looks really good. Now, a few extra tips when it actually comes to generating your images. For example, these are the ones that I really liked, but there's one main problem. If we go ahead and bring this into a video, you can see that the eyes are kind of on the top third of a 9:16 aspect ratio, and we kind of want them to be around here. So one thing I'm always doing on Midjourney at the moment is once I found or generated an image that I really like, I'm always going to go ahead and click on edit. It's going to bring us into this tab right here. Then it's as simple as going to move and resize. I always select about 70%. I then bring this down just a little bit like that, click submit edit, and then here you'll see it then starts to generate the image, and it's going to expand that, which is really cool because then it gives us a little bit more wiggle room. And you can also go ahead and change the aspect ratios. So if we come back here and go to a 16:9 aspect ratio, we can resize it to like here, for example. Go ahead and click on submit edit, and it's going to go ahead and generate 4 examples for us. These are the 9:16 ones. So again, this was the original image, and then we've got this version, that version, that version, and that version. And if you actually take note, like you can see this is a castle in the background, and you can see here that it's generated like the top bit of that tower, which is really cool. Here it's even given it like that finishing tower look, which I really like. And it's even added some characters in here as well. And here we've got like a bit of a village. So it does a really good job at expanding your image, and it's way better than Photoshop's generative fill or generative expand because all of this is built inside of Midjourney. Now, once you finish generating your image, I always recommend that you upscale to gallery, or you can go ahead and use an external upscaler. So if you're feeling lazy, go ahead and use upscale to gallery. The Midjourney one is just as good. In a second, I'm going to show you what we actually use to upscale our images. I'm going to show you how you can also create really cool characters using this other tool. But I do want to go ahead and show you a few other characters that we generated, just so you can have a bit of an idea of how the prompting works. So here you can see we've just done a full body portrait of a male Indian in Bangladesh in a 9:16 aspect ratio, and it's generated an image like this. Now this is great, but again, it's just a little bit too zoomed in. So you can also click on these zoom ones. Now, funnily enough, I don't know why they haven't put minus, because it actually zooms it out, if that makes sense. But if you want that full flexibility, then you can go ahead and do it like this, and then you can choose exactly how you want it to be expanded. You can also go ahead and add references. So for example, this was an image that we used as a reference to generate this character. So all you would have to do is go ahead and add that to the image prompt, or you can use the Omni reference. We've got a full video on how to use the Omni reference inside of Midjourney, and then you can go ahead and add your prompt, and it's going to generate an image that looks just like this or slightly different. You can then use keywords like Keanu Reeves as John Wick, etc. to generate images like this. Again, the first generations are really good, but then we want to go ahead and zoom that out even further. And then here you can see that we've got an avatar version, which didn't take too much time. We basically just asked ChatGPT to generate a male Na'vi warrior, and these are the results that we got, which look really cool. And here you can see that we've gone ahead and upscaled that one, and you can see that they do look good. Now, when it comes to the second tool that we use to upscale our images, it's called Magnific. You can also access this inside of FreePic. There are 2 features that you can use. The first one is Magnific Upscaler. So the way you use this is super simple. You just grab your image and then add it to the input images, and then you just want to go ahead and give it a quick prompt. So all I like to do is do add skin details, and that's it. Then you go all the way down, and then you click on upscale, and then you'll see that it then starts to upscale that image. So this is the before, and then this is the after. So you can see that it adds a lot more detail to your image, which in hindsight is going to make your video look way better. And down here, we also have another example of an image that we upscaled. So this is the before, and then that's the after. You can just see the details that it's added. If you look at the face, the skin pores, all of that, like it is absolutely incredible. Now, a really cool thing that you can go ahead and do is use either Mystic 2.5 or view Relight and style transfer. So I'm going to quickly show you what these are. So if we go ahead and look at these images right here, you can see that this is an image of me, and then we use the restyle feature to completely change it to Spider-Man, which is really awesome. Now again, you'll get way better results inside of Midjourney, but if you want to quickly style transfer and keep a bit of the original details of your image, you can use Mystic or style transfer. So the way you do this is you would go ahead and grab an image. So if we click on this one, we can click reuse parameters. Here you can see that we have a prompt. So portrait of Spider-Man in the city, blah, blah, blah. Then this is our structure reference. So this is the image that we're using. And then this is a style reference. So this is an image of Spider-Man. And then we set the structure strength to 20%. And then all you have to do is click on generate, and then it'll give you an image that looks like this. From here, you can go ahead and download that image as a PNG. You can then enhance it even further using the Magnific upscaler, just like this, and then add skin details, click upscale, and then boom. This is the before, and then that's the after. So you can see it adds way more detail to your final image. So have a little play around with Magnific. It's really fun. We've done so many cool things here. For example, you can relight your image. This is the before, we then relighted to that. We've got all these other relights that we've done here. So it does a really good job at doing that sort of stuff. And this right here is a perfect example of the style transfer. So this is the original image right here, and you can see that I'm holding a microphone, but because it's using a style transfer feature, it's actually just changing the entire image, but keeping the entire structure of your image. So you can see that the hands are exactly in the same position. You can see it's even changed the bracelet, it's changed the microphone to a tin can or something, and it even has the neon light background that I have here, which is pretty cool. So go ahead and have a bunch of fun with that, and then all you have to do is go ahead and bring your images inside of Runway ACT-2, add your driving video and your finished character, hit generate, and boom, you're done. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to actually use Runway ACT-2, as well as how to go ahead and start creating your own custom characters inside of Midjourney, as well as Magnific. If you want more dedicated videos on that, then do let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already and you're interested in learning how to use all the best creative AI tools for your brand or content, then be sure to check out the Creator Lab down below. See you later.